Bulk load is a DHIS2 application that's designed to ease the integration of data from Excel into DHIS2. In this video, you will learn how to use the application to automatically generate an Excel template, fill it in with data, upload the data into DHIS2, and identify any duplicate data. To open the application, type bulk load into the search bar. To download a template from an existing DHIS2 data collection form, go to Download Template. In the Download Template section, you can browse through the list of data collection forms and select one. Bulk load supports two types of DHIS2 data collection forms: data sets and programs. Please note that some of the options that you will see on this video might not be available in your instance, depending on the bulk load configuration. If you want to import data from organization units that already exist in DHIS2, check the box Select Available Organization Units and select one or more organization units. These units will appear as a drop-down menu in the Excel template. For instance, if we select two organizations, then it will look like this in the Excel file. If you want to enter data for an organization unit that does not exist in DHIS2, or if you are unsure which organization units will use the exported template, then you can download an empty template. You can then choose the language and theme of your template. And finally, you can decide if you want to populate template with data or download an empty template. By default, templates contain no data. By enabling this option, the template will be populated with the data contained in DHIS2 for the selected time period. The most basic event template is this one. It is empty and contains two groups of columns. On the left side are the columns that define the place where the data was collected, the date or time period, and, in the case of event data, the unique identifier for the event. These left side columns will appear in all templates and are crucial for DHIS2 to assign the data to the correct place and time. The right-hand side contains all the columns specific to our data collection form. Since we included two organization units, they are available here. Please select the organization units from the menu instead of typing their names. Selecting them from the menu will allow DHIS2 to automatically recognize where the data belongs during the import process. The Event ID field should be left blank if we are adding new records. Dates should have the following format: year, month, day. There are other sheets below that we cannot edit, since they are used only by the bulk load importing system. If we select the Populate Template with Data option, then the template will look like this. It contains the data that exists in DHIS2 for the selected time period. Each record is identified with a unique event ID. You can edit the values of the columns on the right to update or correct the data, and then import the updated values into DHIS2. Please do not change the event ID, as it identifies the specific record you are updating in DHIS2. There are some differences if you are downloading a template to enter data into a dataset. First, there is this option to select the period for which data will be entered. In the Excel file, there are the same two sections. On the left side are the common fields, though they are different than the event fields. Instead of event data, the reporting period appears. And then on the right side, there are the columns specific to the dataset. Now that we know how to create templates, let's import the data into the system. First, we choose our Excel file. This template contains the organization unit and records without an event ID. The system will treat these records as new. Let's import the file. At the end of the import, we get this summary, showing the number of imported elements. Note that each line of the summary represents one record, and that each value is the value in one of the columns in the template. Bulk load will attempt to identify duplicates based on certain rules that we can configure in the settings. Let's try to import the same file again. Since the records do not have event ID, the system will treat them as new records. But since they have the same information as the previous records, bulk load identifies them as duplicates. Every time duplicates are detected, bulk load will give users three options: import only new records, cancel import to go back and review the template, or import everything anyway. The duplicate detection doesn't apply to datasets in the same way. Instead, bulk load checks if there are already data for the selected organization unit in the same time period. Let's import this dataset containing information that is already in the system. Bulk load displays this warning. With this message, the user knows that there is existing data. Now you can decide if you want to import only new data, import everything and overwrite existing data, or to cancel the import process. If we have downloaded a template without organization units in it, we need to tell bulk load where the data belongs. To do this, check the box for Select Import Organization Unit and select the appropriate organization unit. In this training video, we have learnt the basic workflow using bulk load. You can keep learning about the bulk load options in the configuration training video. Download the application and read the text documentation on the webpage.